Alright folks, shall we talk The Acolyte episode 6? And how it's been an epic waste of time, just generally speaking. So, yeah, we got 2 episodes left. We've got 2 episodes left of this show. This show that Leslie Headland said was supposed to be about the Sith. She wanted to do a story about the Sith. Whoa, where's the Sith? What's happening? 6 episodes it's taken us to finally get some reveals and get somewhere. But we don't really know anything about anything. And it's just a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, this episode was crap. And it was crap when you look at the whole of the show, right? So you're looking at the entirety of the show. And you're looking at narratives plus interviews with respect to what Leslie Headland had said she was trying to tell a story about. We're episode 6. We've got 2 episodes left because there's only 8 episodes in The Acolyte. This is not going to round itself up in any meaningful way. We won't, we know according to Leslie Headland that we will see another Sith. We don't know whether that's going to be the Stranger's master, Manny Jacinto, his master. We don't know if he's the apprentice. Or what they're going to do is like a bait and switch and have Osha suddenly become evil. And Osha will then be a Sith. And so, there we got another Sith, I guess. This is really shit. It's bad from a writing perspective. Not a lot happened in this episode, so full spoilers because no one cares. Osha wakes up on what looks like Octo, the planet where Luke Skywalker is in the sequel trilogy. And she's like, oh, I see Sithy stuff. Oh, and then I see the Sith. I'm going to follow him. She follows Manny Jacinto's character. He's walking along the beach, just pooling along, having a good old time. And he goes to find some weird rock pools that he's like, I'm going to go and have a swim in there, I guess. And they're trying to establish, very clearly, I think anyway, some sort of sexual tension between the two of them. He sort of strips off. You don't really see anything, thank God. And she then takes his lightsaber and he's like, oh yeah, how does it feel, to have a lightsaber again? He knows, obviously, that that's Osha. And very clearly they're trying to do this sort of seduced by the dark side thing, but rather than it be... they're trying to literally have her be seduced by the dark side, and the dark side is Manny Jacinto, right? It's just lame. It's just super lame. So there's some sort of interaction. We learn that Manny, the Stranger, was a former Jedi. Apparently, we don't know whether that is true. We don't know whether he's telling the truth or not. He was discarded, and so he turned to the dark side, apparently. We learn a little bit more about cortosis. Apparently it's super rare, from legends anyway. Clearly not that rare, because there's a huge vein of it in the rock face where he has his cave. And then May is like trying to talk to Soul, and Soul's like, I need to tell you the truth, and blah blah blah, and doesn't really go anywhere. And then we got some shitty politicking from the Jedi on Coruscant. It's a really boring show. And the thing is, if it was a better show, the slow down episodes, because we need slow down episodes. Every single show needs some slow down episodes. If it was a better show, the slow down episodes would have more weight. It's nice to learn a little bit more about Manny's character. But it's not that impactful. He talks about the rule of 2. He is a Sith. He wants to get the rule of 2. He is this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what are we watching here? What is actually happening in this show? I'm going to go out on a limb and, you know what? I don't even know. Who cares? We've got 2 more episodes left. They're going to reveal what actually happened on Brendok. But again, who cares? We know that the Kelnaka, the Wookiee, fights Master Torbin. They have a fight at some point. We know that. They've shown it in the trailer. Maybe the Jedi went and butchered all the witches, I guess. I'm not understanding the motivation with anyone or anything. And they're trying to paint the Jedi out to be evil. Like, I don't care. I'm not interested in watching a show about the Jedi being evil. Like, they're not. Star Wars was very quintessential good versus evil. Jedi were black and white good. Sith were black and white bad. The show is genuinely poo. It's genuinely poo. There's 2 episodes left. What is going to happen? Like, this... From a narrative perspective, you don't have enough time to stick the landing here. You just don't. There is not enough time to stick the landing. I reckon maybe Osha and May. Osha's actually the evil one. Maybe. Who knows? Like, who knows and who cares? At the end of the day, who knows and who cares? But we know that apparently Osha's very strong in the Force because she has some dialogue with Manny's character, and she's like, "Oh, Master Soul is really strong in the Force. He'll find us." No, that was you, Osha. Oh, okay then. Cool. Like, whatever, man. Like, whatever. It's a whole lot of nothing, this show. And if this is Ukto, or whatever the planet's called, my God. There's also allegedly a reason why they use Kylo Ren's theme with Manny Jacinto in the last episode. So is he the original Knight of Ren? Is he Ren? It's just... I don't know. None of the theories are particularly exciting. None of the mysteries are particularly exciting. And there's certainly no way you're going to be able to stick this landing and give it anything, any sense of satisfaction to the audience for watching. It's amazing this got approved. But Leslie Headland in interviews has been like, yeah, no, they didn't question me on anything. You're like, apparently not. That shows. Apparently they didn't even question you writing it. They're just like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Go do whatever you like. Oh, the little lightsaber whip. Weird. You know what that reminded me of, the lightsaber whip? It reminded me of when you get a tape measure, you know, and it's all rigid because you're trying to measure a length of something. And then you flick it so it draws back in and then it sort of loosens itself up and then goes back into the tape measure. It just reminded me of that, weirdly, because we saw it rigid and then a whip and then back to rigid again, and I'm just like, it's just, that's lame as well. It's just fan fiction. That's all it is. Don't watch it.